Let's see if this shit's working. Hyun. I didn't even realize I had Darren Waller. A 69 overall. Another 69 overall. When do we get draft stories? When I have some time, man. School's been kicking my ass. And coaching. The world of college football has been paused. Yeah, they probably do. I mean, they have it auto-generate, but yeah, I'll take it, I guess. F. F indeed, Nick. I'm glad you are in on F. Yeah, no, Brennan ain't, Wonka ain't going to the playoffs. Bosa a bum. I just love everyone got super hyped for him, and now he's hurt, and he hasn't even. I don't even think he's played their first two games. That's just the Chargers' luck. Everything that can go wrong will. Yeah, NFC, that's going to be tough for Wonka to get in. He's got Rounder ahead of him. I mean, Mad's going to win that division, so, I mean, that's whatever. But then you got Redskins, Eagles, Cowboys, all up there. That's going to be real tough, especially Emmett on a 4-game win streak. That's going to be real tough. One of those two are going to have to drop off, and we'll take a look at the schedule. I don't think it's going to happen, but They did. Well, they lost. What's his dick? Jared went to Cleveland, and then Vapo went up to the E. Like, basically, yeah, that's a completely new division. How's Vapo doing with the Dolphins? Okay, see, that's not bad. If you can pull 5-7 with the Dolphins, that's solid. That roster's bad. Also, Nick, you and Kia got a nice little race here for who squeaks in the playoffs. And I assume you just beat him, right? With the win streak going, so that's going to be real nice for you here to squeeze. Especially you've missed Gronk, now Michelle's out. Your receivers are old, slow, and white. And those linebackers are fucking god awful. What do we got? We'll wait 2 more minutes. You know, it's even better reading that if you just picture Fall Apart by Post Malone and then kind of do it in his voice. That makes it even better. I promise. Ah, come on, Tony. Wookie at 7-4. That's frickin' awesome. Ooh, come on, Wedge. 3-8. Man, and this division is just a fuckery. Whew. Alright, we'll get started here within the next minute. Alrighty, we'll get this started 5 minutes early since we have the whopping audience of 6. Even though I guess we got people who can argue with Brennan about playoff seeding, but not watch. But anywho, let's get this show on the road so I can get off. That was bad. So I can stop doing this shit and then watch some Hulu while I postpone doing all the homework and studying I have to do to tomorrow. So, we'll start with just kind of, since the playoff picture was a hot topic, we'll start there. Going to the AFC. Not much has changed since the last time, I guess, that we looked into this. Bengals, Browns, one of them's going to get a bye, the other one's going to be the 5th seed. So that's, what's that? That's going to take up 2 spots there. Then you got the Titans. So out of these 3 teams, you know, Titans for sure are going to get a bye. And then Bengals, Browns, one of them will, with the other going to the 5th seed. Then you got 4 teams sitting here at 7-4. Chargers should win the West. Patriots and Jets are going to be battling for the AFC East, but the Patriots already have the tiebreaker, so I'm going to go with them. I just trust their roster more than the Jets. I mean, that Kia being 6-4-1, year 1 of the franchise, is pretty freaking spectacular. Last Madden, what was he, 4-12? So, yeah, no, that's going to be fine. But then you're stuck here with the Texans, Jags, and then Jets. So, you'll get this, Texans and... well, not even, I guess. Never mind, that wouldn't even matter. I'm thinking they would win their divisions. Texans and Jags are going to be fighting for that final 6th seed, with the Titans already winning that division. So, well, hey, Wookie, hold on now. Hold on now. Don't doubt yourself. So yeah, basically how I think it's going to turn out. I think Playa will lock up the 1 seed. I'll take Rob for the 2. Jared for the 5. Nick, I think you'll get the 3. Chargers, Young Money, you're going to get the 4. And then the 6 seed. I have to look at their schedules. I think I'll take Wheezy. Like Wookie said. If his schedule's pretty tough down the stretch, I'll take Wheezy. Kia could sneak in as well, depending what his schedule's like. NFC, you got the Redskins at 1, Cowboys, Eagles at the 5 and 6, 49ers at the 2, Falcons 3, and then whoever the fuck wins the NFC North at the 4. I don't think we're going to see change here. It's going to be so you got the Redskins at 1 no matter what. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to stay the 1, but yeah, not a rough finish to the season there, Wookie. Whew. But yeah, one of these 3, I think actually Emmett is going to finish number 1 seed, which would put Schley down to the 5 or 6, and then Bobby to the 5 or 6. I think that's going to be, those 3 guys are making the playoffs, I think. So, yeah, that's just my 2 cents of it. Me and Matt are going to battle for the 2. I think I might have an easier schedule. I'm not sure, though. I'll take me for that just because I'll choke it away. Well, Vanilla's schedule from here on out, yeah, but he also beat 3 or 4 really good users, so he grinded. Yeah, if you and Schley play twice, that's going to really fuck one of you. I mean, if one of you wins out, it's not going to matter, but if you split, yeah, Emmett's going to take that over. Matt will get the 3 seed, and then 4 seeds there. So that's what we're looking at. Want to look at a couple of those schedules down the stretch, see what they got for us. I guess we go team. That'd be the easiest way to do it. Well, Wonka. Let's see what Wonka can do here. Yeah, starting 1-4 didn't help him at all. But that win streak helped him a shit ton. Coming out of the bye, he's got Lookout, Moo Cow. Those should be wins. Mark's going through a playbook change and shit, so that should be a win. So he's got 3 winnable games, and then he's got Bobby and me. He'll probably end up losing to you, Bobby, I'd say, because you're going to be fighting to try and get a bye, so he's going to get your A game. He might end up sweeping me and beating me week 17, because if I have the bye week locked up, I'm really not going to play anybody. Nothing to play for. So he could end up getting a win there. So if he goes 4-1 down the stretch, that'd put him at 10. I don't think that's so... 10's not going to be enough. You're going to need 12, I think, to get it. So that's whatever. Seahawks, same situation. After the tie, they have me twice. You know, they could beat the Chiefs and Cardinals. Vikings are fighting, so that's going to be... He's got 3 tough games in a row. Me twice and the Vikings in there. So, who else? Texans. This might... Hey, Wookie, we'll see here. Alright, he's got Jared, Kia, Bobby, and you. Other than the Colts, I don't think any of those are easy wins. How'd you do against them earlier in the year, Wookie? Oh, F. Well, Wookie, you know what? The fact that you're 7-4 in that division, that's saying a lot, man. I give you props. It's not over, because if he goes if he drops to the Browns, Jets, and Jags, or not Jags, Eagles, if he can drop those 3, you're right in it, man. So, or if you can get that upset. Week 17 is going to be a play-in for you. Might be one of those win-and-ins. And we go look at your schedule. What do we got? Colts, you should probably win that one. Titans, Dolphins. Yeah, now you got a rough one, but I did auto-widge. I'll go back and do it right now. Man, I already went through this shit too. Go ahead and play right now. He should be autoed. You saw me do it. He's autoed. If it doesn't work again, let me know. I can do it from my phone. But he should be autoed. Anyways, back to our schedule. Fiasco. One we should probably take a look at is that NFC playoff race. Bobby's got a rough one. Ooh, wow. You got it now, Rob? Good. Bobby, you got Schley twice, Emmett, Wonka, Wheezy. Whew. You know, I don't think it's going to happen, Bobby, but there's a chance. There's a chance where I could see you not making the playoffs. That is a rough stretch. Yo, I don't think you will, but shit, if you drop 3 of the, I mean, you could easily drop any of these games except maybe the Rams. You'd probably be favored in that one. But you could drop any of those. Redskins. They have, what, Eagles twice, Giants, Jags, Titans. They got a rough one, too. Man. Who's the... Oh, Cowboys. Saints, Eagles, Colts, Bucks, Emmett has the easiest road, so Emmett's a lock. But you and Schley, you guys got some pretty rough ends, so that's going to be a tough one. Mad 2, you know, Ravens, Packers, Cardinals, Panthers, Bucks. That's a pretty easy end for him as well. What about the Jets, Mr. Kia? Oh, absolutely. It's, this is probably the most, like, competitive year one I've seen. Like, even last year, well, I can look into the standings in a second, but Titans, Bills, yeah, it's, all the playoff teams have some rough stretches down here. You know, and you'll just peek at standings again, and you just go to the NFL rank, and you go by wins. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 guys over. You got half the league over 500, and then you got 4 more guys here at 5 wins. So it's just, yeah, it's extremely competitive, especially, you know, if you're one of these teams with 7+ wins. Like, there's going to be some 10, 11 win teams. There might even be a 12-win team who doesn't make the playoffs. That's pretty crazy if you ask me. But we'll get with these questions here. Emmett sent me a few. One of it, well, a lot of his were Cowboy. 2 were Cowboy related. First one we'll go with, will Dak hit 20 touchdowns by the end of the season? I sure as hell hope he hits it. What's he at now? 10-7. Oh, no, he's not hitting it. Nope. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Emmett, whenever you watch this later in 2:30 in the morning your time. He will not hit 10 times. That's just freaking wow. Before we go any further, I just want to look. What team will Nick Foles be on next year? Well, are you going to cut him or trade him? Because if you trade him, he's going to be on the Eagles. If you cut him, well, then there's a pretty decent chance he'll be on another team. Jimmy G still up here leading the league in yards and probably touchdowns. Yeah. We out here. But just, you look at these picks, I don't want to get many people triggered. Oh, hold on, Nick. This is some historic shit. Josh Allen is no longer leading the league in picks. We now have Matt Stat. Josh Allen may be turning his career around. Let's look at his game stats. Now, I don't think they go week by week. Yeah, but he had one with a 0. Oh, man. Oh, this is kind of... I never even actually looked at this shit. But he's got 3 games above an 87 passer rating. Maybe Josh Allen's career is turning around. Guys, I think we're looking at something special here. I'm just saying. You guys in the AFC East got to look out next year. If he's not throwing 7 a game, watch out. Like, I'm talking high expectations. I'm talking only 6 or 5 picks thrown. That's what the level of excellence he's looking at next year. Guaranteed. Another one would be Cowboys going 4-0 after the bye. How's that? I think that's awesome. You know, we looked back at his schedule, and the last 4 games, I believe, last 4 had Redskins, Falcons, Eagles, Titans. Coming away, I told him probably 2-2 out of this. Coming away 4-0 is huge. You know, you beat number 1 seed. You beat 2 division rivals who are, you know, tied for second best record in the NFC. And then you beat the probable 3rd seed, maybe 2nd seed. That's good stuff. Especially you come from losing your opening game against Carolina. What team will Gronk be on next year? Well, that's a good question. Probably not the 49ers, because everyone's just going to have a bitch fit about it. Why would George Kittle need another tight end brought in? Because I like tight ends, bitch. I have no idea how he escaped Schley. I had to actually rewatch that game. I don't watch a ton of extra games unless people submit them, and a lot of people submit bullshit, so that's how I watch most of my games. But that was an impressive... Yeah, that was a fun game to watch. I'm not gonna lie. Another one would be, what's your biggest surprise of the season? So if we're talking record-wise, I'd say one of the biggest surprises of the year is my boy Wookie at 7-4. I don't care if he loses the next 5 games and finishes 7-9. To start at this moment in time at 7-4 is pretty damn impressive when you're in a division with Playa and Wheezy. I don't think there's many people who could end up going 7-4. Another surprise is the NFC North. How garbage that division is. I thought they would all be around like 6-10 to like 9-7, maybe 10-6, but whew, that is pretty rough. Another surprise for me is just how bad, you know, some like top users are struggling. You know, you got Mark here at 2-9, looking at getting a top 3 pick even. You got Widge down here at 3-8. Shokan, who won a Super Bowl last cycle, 4-7. Those are some pretty rough, you know, like just starts to their, I guess, the Madden cycle for us. So that's one that's kind of rough on me. Now, there's a few statistical people that surprise me. And George Kittle ain't getting suspended at all, man. George Kittle's 100% legit. He ain't juicing. When you look at stats, and one of them's mad. Right here. Receiving. This is going to get Bobby nice and triggered. Julio Jones. almost 1,500 yards at under 50 catches. Almost 30 a pop. It's insane. I don't think I'd ever seen Julio dominate that way, where he doesn't actually catch. Like, Calvin Ridley has 30 more receptions than him, 31. It's crazy. George Kittle's no surprise to me. I said he'd be dominant this Madden because he was dominant in the Reboot League. OBJB, I'm just surprised we don't have that many guys over 10 touchdowns. Yeah, no, it's Matt just must be doing that go route with Julio every play. Send him on a go, see what happens. I will say in terms of receiving, if you take away those top four guys, it's pretty balanced, you know. And part of that has to do with one, like, I think this Madden is immensely more challenging and difficult to pass this year. People were relying last Madden on out routes always being open no matter what. Post routes always being open no matter what, if it's too high, no matter the coverage. You know, people were used to certain things, and they're trying to rely on that. And then, yeah, I mean, passing for a down year, I think we're going to have more than one guy over 4,000 yards. I mean, Jimmy's averaging, 290 a game? That's 4,600 yards right there. So Jimmy's on pace to hit well over that. But, you know, we're only going to have 4 or 5. When last cycle, I hit over 6,000 passing yards with one of my quarterbacks. You know? Yeah, no, I agree 100%, Nick. Its coverage is extremely better, and it's just the game feels better. Even when you look at rushing, we don't even have 1,000-yard rusher right now. There'd be 2 people with over 1,000. Now we have decent amount of touchdowns. You know, we got, oh, that was fumbles. Whew. Touchdowns, we have Joe Mixon, who has a ton of touchdowns, but his yards aren't up there. You know, Sony Michel too. He was my pick for Rookie of the Year on offense, other than what's his dick over in Atlanta, but they're opposite conferences. So, but yeah, overall, I think, like, obviously interception numbers are extremely high, but that's really the only, like, one stat. And then George Kittle as well. Interceptions and George Kittle, where the numbers are kind of like super inflated. The yards, touchdowns, most of them are pretty within range, which is good to see. You know, the interceptions just come from people needing to not force passes and read better and whatever. But overall, the actual numbers we're having are pretty decent, and it shows that, one, the sliders are fairly good. You know, Nick helping me out, other co-pilots helping me out. You know, we found these sliders and tested them. It's pretty, like, it shows that the amount of time we spent in was worth it. And that's awesome so far. Now, sacks, this is another impressive thing with Wheezy with his 2 guys up there. But you got 4 guys leading the charge here. On picks, and this is the thing too, no one has over 10. Kuechly had 4 his first game, and he has 8 total. Freaking awesome. We don't have a guy with 20. I'm happy. That's a surprise for stats. George Kittle, and this is what's crazy about Kittle. He's done that good, and he's only had 1 or 2 skill points added to him. Like, he's doing all this being an 81 overall with his confidence boosted. Imagine when he gets like 4 skill points at the end of the year. And I've been focus training him every week. Wide receiver XP will be going up next season. We're going to be adjusting our XP sliders just a tiny bit. You know, we're going to wait till the absolute end of the year so we see what the awards do. But yeah, receiver should be tweaked up a little bit here. There was another question that I forgot to check on. I'll get that real quick. And then my updated playoff breakdown that Emmett submitted. Yeah, I already kind of went over that. Um, where is Wookie's question? Thought Wookie had a question that he wrote in there. Huh. Anyways, well, that answered all the questions. I guess you can stop watching if you want. Otherwise, if you have any other questions, go ahead and ask. Ugh. It's like gone, Wookie, so fuck if I know. I'm just after this, I'm watching Penn and Teller bullshit. I'm just gonna sit there and watch some libertarian atheist bitch about things. Ooh, turnaround team predictions. Excellent. That is awesome. Trent, he's going undefeated next year, I promise. No, I think Mark is gonna be probably. Oh, I'll check awards too. Um, yeah, Mark's gonna be the turnaround guy. I'm not sure how many of these guys are gonna turn around. Mark and Shokan are my top two. I remember that. Him and I were talking about it. When will the league get integrity? Never. Never. I'm just a fucking shithole person. So, what do we got? Stats. Yeah, I hope Trent gets better. He's in a rough division. He belongs in the NFC North. I think he could compete in there. That division's brutal. That's 0-6, no matter what, with that division. Yearly awards. Ya boy Jimmy G leading for MVP. I think he'll end up winning it, but we'll see. I'm biased. You got a good amount of defensive guys up there. I think it's half and half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's half and half. Gimme Garoppolo. Oh, that's awesome. Coach of the Year, Mr. Bob Stoops. See, come on, Rob. If you're still listening, name your coach something other than I, Robster. Give us a funny name. Like Buddy Stevens. Dr. Dude. You know what? That's funny. Gang Bang. Doc Brown. Huh. Surprised Wookie didn't have, like, Duval Cocksucker or something like that. Marvin Russell Jr. CPU blocks my feet. I hate playing the CPU. It got worse this year. Offensive Player of the Year. And you know, Wookie, I didn't even understand what Duval meant. I had to Google it. Because I saw all the fucking gay-ass Duval signs in the goddamn Jags Super Bowl on Sunday, and I got really triggered. And then I found out it was just the county of Jacksonville or whatever, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Offensive Player of the Year. Oh, rip Sony Michel. Sorry, Nick. NFC's going to be, the 49er boys leading. You got 4 Falcons up there. Jerick McKinnon being up there is a joke. I'll show you his stats after. You got Donald, not NFL, son of a bitch. Donald and Bosa. Rookie of the Year, Sony Michel. That might fall off. And then Harold Landry. Huh. NFC, you got Roquan Smith. Damn, that's kind of funny. Huh. And then Darius Geis, Juice. You got Jimmy G for best quarterback. McCaffrey. Oh, wow. Ridley, or not Ridley, Jones. So this line is basically all NFC East. It's NFC East is for the top 8 Packers Falcons. AFC, you got Baker, Mixon, Will Fuller. This has got some diversity in it. Bosa. He ain't getting drafted, sorry. Zane Gonzalez, rip. Rip his career. F. Oh, rip RP. Man. Oh, but yeah, Jerick McKinnon. Showing his stats. This guy's apparently 10th for Offensive Player of the Year in the NFC. ...151 carries, 700 yards, 5 touchdowns. I guess receiving. He's got 32 catches, 250 with 3. This man ain't even worth top 20 Offensive Player of the Year. It's just because we're winning. Browns legends. I met him, too. Funny enough, Zane Gonzalez. He was a cool dude. We were... God, it was right... I think right before I graduated. And... yeah, he was on my high school football field. He was drilling field goals from midfield. So he was hitting 60-yard field goals. And we're sitting over there looking like, who the fuck is this robot? And so we start, throwing on the other side of the field. We're playing football. We're doing whatever, like running pass routes and shit. And then we see him, like, back up, like, 20 yards. And he's just like, you guys mind if I just punt from here? And we're like, oh, yeah, you're fine. And he starts punting out of the end zone from our 40, 30-yard line. So he's punting 60, 70 yards. And then we just walked to him and we said, who the hell are you? And he's just like, I kick for Arizona State. I'm a sophomore, whatever it was. So we looked him up, and his name was Zane Gonzalez. And then, sure enough, boom. So, a fun story. Met him once. Had like a 4-minute conversation with him. Cool dude. Yeah, I was hoping he'd go in. And of course, the Browns are the team to fucking... Did he have a porn stash? No, actually. He just had his crusty, patchy neck beard. What's a prawn stash? But yeah, no. If that's all, then we'll go ahead and wrap her up here. I'll stick around for another minute or so, and then I'll end the stream. We can get Bobby triggered and look at your DB's interceptions. That'd be fun. Oh, absolutely they will. Eagles are going to make all those young DBs 99 overalls. Yo, Bobby. Check your DM. I'm sending you a meme. I'm sending you two. Bobby's still gotta be here, right? I'd hope so. Alright, am I gonna watch Penn and Teller tonight, or am I gonna watch Theodore Tugboat? I'll let comment section decide. Tugboat. I found someone who uploaded every single episode of Theodore Tugboat, and that was my shit when I was younger. Like, that shit came out in, like, what, 99? My Little Pony. I've never actually seen it. A brony, I think that's what they were called. The fucking weird ass dudes who liked My Little Pony when I was in high school. That was a big thing. All the bronies. And then furries or whatever. The fucking weirdos who dressed like fucking animals. Never was a fan of Power Rangers. B3 is a brownie. What was a B3 stand? Big Bully Bobby or something? I wasn't a Power Rangers guy. I was a Transformers guy. And what else? What the fuck? Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! That's what I was. I also didn't watch Pokemon. I know everyone watched fucking in Pokemon Go. Like 3 years ago. What was that? 2? Never really played it. Or got into Pokemon. I still play that fucking fag. I downloaded it, played it for like 2 weeks, and was like, yeah, I don't even know these Pokemon, so this is dumb. What about G.I. Jose, Nick? Are you a fan of G.I. Jose? See, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh fanboy, Emmett. Can't like Pokemon because I'm too busy into Yu-Gi-Oh. Game of the year so far. Huh. Boondocks? What kind of Aldi, like, Family Guy is that? I've seen it on Netflix. Watched a couple episodes and I was just like, not for me. It was the same with BoJack Horseman. Fave highlights, it was Emmett's guy getting launched in the air like 4,000 feet and landing on his neck. That's got to be my favorite. See, what was even better, Emmett, is I didn't see that play happen until like a couple hours after, and then everyone started talking about your play, and I went and rewatched it. I was very enjoyed and very like pleased by seeing it. Alright, though, fellers, this has been 50 minutes. I'm gonna go watch some Netflix. Peace.